How badly do we not want people to buy this?
Very badly. I'll tell you what, I don't know of any other mob guy that ever did anything like this. This belongs on the dark web for sure.
It is President's Day 2020, and I am all alone here at the office because I've decided to return to the dark web. Yay. I've made a couple of videos now about the dark web, and those experiences were fairly fruitful.
Oh my God! That's a snort cocaine!
But I also recently made a series of videos with a former mafia member named Michael Franzese. Michael and I have since become fairly close friends. He is one of my two favorite Michaels on my phone. And I actually got to thinking, and I got genuinely curious, because in many ways Michael represents an old way of crime, so I wanted to bring him in to look at the dark web and give his thoughts as to how technology has shaped crime and how criminal activity can be conducted today.
How are you? Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, sir. Good to see you.
Good to be back.
You look great. Very quickly, Michael, before we start filming the video, we need just a few cool shots of you coming out of the car for your intro to kind of, we want the audience to kind of know, who you are.
My name is Michael Franzese. I am a former soldier in Capo regime in the Colombo crime family in New York. And today, I'm here to set foot into the very dangerous world of the dark web.
Look in the camera. That's perfect. And cut. Hey, there we go. There, that's what we like. So, Michael, what do you know about the dark web?
Nothing. I don't know anything about it.
The dark web can only be accessed through special routing software or browsers. These browsers, for example, I want to clarify, they're not necessarily bad. Anyone can access them. It's not illegal to have them. What happens with these browsers, they can't be tracked.
So in other words, as a mobster, I'd be using the dark web and not anything on top of that.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some of the marketplaces on the dark web and get your thoughts.
Okay, so in other words, you can buy a fraudulent Visa, a MasterCard, or Amex. You can buy these online?
Yeah.
Wow. It's amazing to me that people would do business online like this. Really.
You can buy a PayPal account with a $4,000 balance.
What's the price on that?
$54.
So for $54, you can buy a PayPal account that has $4,000 in it.
That's what it says right there, yeah.
I'll tell you what, we weren't this sophisticated in my day. And when I was indicted for racketeering, the underlying acts were fraud. And one of the fraudulent acts was credit card fraud. Credit card fraud has been around forever. It was a thing that the mob used to get involved in. We used to get credit card. We printed them up at times, and other times we just got them from other places. So familiar with that. Again, would never think that it would be online.
Let's say the dark web existed back in your day and you were able to have the option of performing, or your associates performing credit card fraud online. Would you still go with the methods you used back in the day, or would you go online?
I think part of the reason my former associates, the mob, got in trouble because we didn't keep up with technology. There was one time they had bugs in the parking meters. We used to go talk by the parking meters and they had bugged the meters. One of the reasons so many guys got in trouble, we never kept up with technology. We didn't. And the government was way ahead of us on it. So, having that in my head, I'd be afraid to use any of this and leave that kind of a trail. However, no doubt, guys on the street would be using this. If this was an avenue for them to commit their activity, they would do it. No doubt about it, and they'd probably get caught at some point.
So this is just drugs now. So give me your thoughts on this.
So they're selling Xanax, amphetamines. So this is basically a drug dealer's paradise on here. Oxycodone, oh gosh, that stuff, I'm telling you. Adderall, oh gosh. I had daughters that went to college, and I know Adderall was big back then. As a matter of fact, I was writing a book, and I was on deadline. I had to hand it in, and my daughter was trying to give me an Adderall. She said, "Dad, this will keep you awake." I'll be honest with you, I didn't sleep for 3 days.
Oh, Jesus.
Because I never took a drug in my life. She gave me that. I said, "How do you kids do this?"
Did you finish the book?
I finished the book, oh yeah.
Great.
I could have written another book at the time.
Which book was it?
I'll make you an offer you couldn't refuse.
Make you an offer you couldn't refuse. Available now.
Yes, available now.
Any chance I can get a signed copy?
What?
Any chance I can get a signed
Oh, of course, you got it.
I gotta ask though, in The Godfather, for example, one of the plot points was that the Corleones, they kind of refused to get into the drug business.
Right.
But drugs is a dirty business.
When you were with the Colombo crime family, was there anything that you guys didn't want to touch?
Yeah, a couple of things. The night I got straightened out, we were told that night, we deal with drugs, we die.
Oh, wow.
No drugs. As a matter of fact, I had a dear friend of mine, his name was Tony Gawk, he was a made guy, he was a soldier under me. He got arrested for drugs along with the boss's son. And he came to me and he said, "Mike, I'm in trouble." He said, we sold drugs to an undercover cop. And I said to him, don't worry about it, I'm gonna straighten out. He was an old-time guy. He was so scared, okay, that he was gonna get walked into a room and get killed because he got involved in drugs. He went into a phone booth, blew his brains out, killed himself. Because he said, I don't want anybody to walk me into a room, I'd rather do it myself. That's the fear of us selling drugs at the time. So it was off limits. So whenever you see these stories, I know there's been movies out there and where mob guys were involved heavily in drugs, not true. The Sicilians from the mafia, they were big drug dealers, they were heroin dealers, but we didn't get involved. We weren't allowed to get involved. I never sold a drug, I never took a drug in my whole life.
Until the Adderall.
Well, until the Adderall, yeah. I'll be honest with you too, during my time in that life, I don't remember anybody being involved in prostitution. Never. And the other thing that I just drives me crazy when I hear about it, when they're kidnapping these kids and selling them.
Sex trafficking.
Yeah, sex trafficking. If any of our guys would have gotten involved in that in any way, they would have got killed. When I hear about it today, I can't believe how widespread it is. Just horrible stuff.
Unfortunately, the dark web is a place where a lot of, let's say, video content of such acts can be found and sold and bought.
Wow.
A while ago, I went on the dark web before, and I've actually purchased some things off of it. So we paid money for a set of dark web links so you could go further into the dark web. And I just wanted to show you some of the stuff that these links can lead to. We're not gonna go visit any of them, but some of them are quite shocking. You see what that says right there next to that?
Pedo videos?
Yeah, pedophile videos.
God, how disgusting. That's just horrible, horrible. But you gotta be sick. I mean, there's no other explanation for that. Ari, I gotta be honest with you. I mean, we did some rough things in my time in that life, but some of the things that I'm hearing now, I mean, I just can't believe it. All of these murders and these kids and these gangs, they have no regard or respect for human life at all. In our life, I'm not gonna say violence wasn't a part of it. It absolutely was. I'm not gonna say guys didn't get killed. They did, no doubt. But we were told straight out, when you come into that life, we have certain rules that you have to follow. And if you don't follow it, you could pay for it with your life. And your best friend might be called upon to take care of that. You might be called into a room one night by your best friend, you don't walk out again. That's one of the horrors of that life. But murder was taken very, very seriously. It wasn't random. It had to be approved by the boss. Only the boss can approve a murder. And there was a lot of discussion about it. I mean, it was taken very seriously. We weren't random killers. I don't know where these people come from, man, but that's really a dark side of the internet.
The dark web obviously is a place where you can find the worst of things. But I will say it's also a place where people can find safety and kind of the privacy. A lot of whistleblowers use it as a way of spreading documents. Some people go on Facebook on it because they don't want to be tracked. I believe the New York Times has its own dark website too. You can find the worst of the worst, but you can find some good too. And so what I want to do with you is actually we're going to sell something on the dark web.
No, okay.
The dark web is a place where some things get sold that people don't want to have sold. So I want to sell something that would potentially, might be a little incriminating or embarrassing for the both of us. And I'm just wondering, do you have any guilty pleasure songs?
Oh God, I mean, it's not going to sound right because, I'm macho, former mob guy and all that, but, I'm really into musicals. That's my favorite kind of movies.
Me too, Michael.
You too?
Yeah.
Okay. Sound of Music, till today, that's my favorite movie of all time. I mean, the sound of every song in there I love, and I'm singing it around my house. I sing it with my kids. They all think I'm out of my mind and crazy.
So one might say it would be quite embarrassing should a former mafioso be caught singing a Sound of Music song.
I think so, yes. I think so.
This is our prop house. We're just gonna go to the costume section. I'm trying to find some Austrian looking hats. I will be Maria.
Do I really need to wear this? If my wife was here, I couldn't do this. When it goes live, let me know, because I'm gonna disappear for the day.
Can you zip me up, Michael?
My kids are gonna think I lost my mind. Are we saying anything, or we just...
We'll just sing.
Okay.
All right, Captain Von Trapp?
Yes, sir.
I'm Maria.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay, Maria.
All right, and one. Michael and I have a video that we really don't want anyone to find.
That's for sure.
And so we would like to go through the process of listing it on the dark web, so in case someone does really want to put in the effort to purchase it, they can. So you spent the weekend kind of already getting yourself established as a vendor.
Yeah, so the first biggest hurdle to get around is you need to put a bond down because it'll filter out a lot of the scammers. If you're putting $500 down up front, it's gonna stop a lot of people from just jumping on, listing fake drugs, getting money, and then dipping out.
You have to pay $500 to become a vendor?
You have to pay $500 to become a vendor.
Does that mean I owe you money?
The company would owe me money, yeah. Oh. All right. But if they don't want to pay for it, then you owe me money.
You're going on the company card.
So there's a vetting process too. The basic stuff is like making sure that you're safe, you're not scamming, whatnot. You have your crypto wallet verified, you have your PGP key verified, like some semblance of your identification verified, so they at least like know a little bit about you, so they know that you are just essentially an honest vendor coming on.
Well, obviously, Michael and I are very honest vendors.
Obviously.
We just have one innocent video we'd like to put on, for sale on the account. So how do we list it?
Do we want to put a title on here so people can find it?
Yeah, what do we want to put a title? Let's say, we'll make it really grabby. Leaked video, in all caps, ex-mafia kingpin and Asian man, and handsome Asian man. No, handsome ex-mafia kingpin and handsome Asian man caught singing Broadway musical. I put it in brackets, very rare. That's a pretty good title. What do you think, Michael?
That works, yeah.
Price?
How much do these things usually go for, you would say?
This is a first. You tell me what this is worth to you.
I'll tell you what, I don't know of any other mob guy that ever did anything like this, so there's got to be a pretty heavy price on this. Big price tag.
You know, how badly do we not want people to buy this?
Very badly.
Okay.
This is deep, dark secret. This belongs on the dark web for sure.
Tell me what you would want it for in US dollars, and we'll post it for sale with Monero.
Which is a cryptocurrency.
Which is a cryptocurrency. It's a privacy coin.
Oh, man. $500.
$500, all right. That's listed for $500.
All right, 6.07 Monero.
I have a feeling the FBI will try to buy this, and that's it. My whole reputation goes down the sewer, but in a good way, I guess. People really knew I left that life behind now.
The thing about selling digital goods like this is we could have multiple people buying it, too. If we felt like selling more than one of these, we could sell more than one, but we could just, you know, never know, we might make some money off of this.
And if we don't deliver, then we get a bad review. We don't want a bad review.
We don't want a bad review. And you know what this shows, I mean, quite honestly, is that, you know, mob guys, former mob guys, there was a human side to us too. We don't show it all the time on the street, but, you know, this is all in good fun.
Michael, why don't you do the honors and hit that list button?
Right here?
Yeah, just go ahead and click it.
There it is. What are the odds that we actually sell this thing?
Probably not very high.
I'm sorry, Michael.
That's okay. Well, no, that's good. That's good.
Like it's a better
The only
thing
one
to
that's going to buy this is me, so that nobody else buys it. That's it.
So I guess we just wait. Jake, thank you so much.
Of course.
You're an expert. I guess keep us posted on how things go.
You always say I'm an expert. I'm just like the only person at this company that knows anything about it.
I'm very impressed. I got to be honest with you. I would hire you back then.
Well, if you got any references.
Yeah, I do.
Michael, thank you again for coming. Dark web, your final thoughts on that?
Just fascinating. You know, it's a whole new, I mean, I see it from a criminal standpoint. I see it from legit. It's just a whole new area that I was never aware of.
And now we have something listed on there together.
All right, we'll see how it goes. All right, man.
Bye, sir.
Bye-bye. Take care.
Take care. That's my friend.